Magna Story Sound presents an unabridged recording of I'll Be Home for Christmas, written by M.W. Arnold, read by Emma Powell. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by Magna. Chapter 1. November the 24th, 1943. Betty Palmer stared into the saucepan and frowned. She glanced over at the kitchen table and let out an exaggerated sigh. Doris sat there, leaning forward expectantly, her head propped upon her hands. "Is it ready for a taste?" she asked, eyes widening in, not anticipation, but something more akin to resignation. Turning back to the stove, Betty leaned over the steaming mess. Mess would be the word she'd choose to describe the concoction if she had to. Laying the wooden spoon against the rim, she wafted the steam upward, and with hesitancy brought on by experience, breathed in. When she didn't immediately want to cough her lungs out, Betty took hold of all her courage and brought the spoon to her lips. Tentatively, she stuck her tongue out and dipped it quickly into the postbox red mixture. Widening her eyes, she swirled her taster around her mouth and winced. Her left eye snapped shut, and her head tilted to the left before she spun around, took up a glass of water she had ready on the table, and drank the whole lot down in one go. Getting up from her seat, Doris Winter patted her friend and landlady upon the back until she managed to catch her breath. "No good, huh?" Turning off the burner's flame, Betty picked up the saucepan and put it before Doris on the table. "If you feel brave enough, please go ahead." She offered her the spoon. "Third time bitten," Doris muttered. Without the same hesitation as her friend, the American dipped the spoon into the pan and, in one smooth movement, brought a large mass of the sauce to her lips. Briefly sniffing the aroma, she nodded to herself and tipped it into her mouth. Somewhat to Betty's surprise, Doris didn't immediately collapse and demand a glass of water and a doctor, as she had done for her previous attempts. Despite matching Betty's own facial expressions, Doris seemed to be relaxing back into her seat, and her face was gradually returning to normal. Betty reached a hand across the table and placed it over her friend's left one, still finding the feel of the brand-new engagement ring upon it strange. Doris was rich, having been paid off by her New York family who wanted nothing to do with her after she'd made what they considered an inappropriate marriage. Unfortunately, the union had been short-lived. He'd been killed whilst flying for the Republican cause in the Spanish Civil War.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?